Something is happening inside of you right now, Taurus. Something quiet but undeniable. It is not the kind of change that announces itself with fireworks and fanfare. It is the kind that moves through you like a deep underground river, reshaping the landscape of your inner world without disturbing the surface. But make no mistake, when this kind of change completes its work, nothing above ground will look the same either. There are 12 distinct inner movements taking shape within you at this very moment. 12 shifts that, taken together, have the power to completely redefine the path you walk from here forward. Not the path someone else chose for you. Not the path that seems safe or sensible or expected. Your path. The one that has been waiting for you to be brave enough to find it. Shift 1. The first inner movement is a letting go of the need to be certain before you act. For your entire life, Taurus, you have been the one who plans, who prepares, who makes sure every step is solid before taking the next. And that careful nature has kept you safe. It has kept you grounded when others were spinning out of control. But it has also kept you stuck in places you outgrew long ago, simply because leaving felt too uncertain. Something is changing in you now. You are beginning to understand that certainty is not the same as safety. That sometimes the safest thing you can do is leap, not because you know where you will land, but because staying where you are has become more dangerous than any fall. This does not mean you are becoming reckless. A Taurus could never be reckless, not truly. It means you are learning to trust yourself enough to move forward, even when the path ahead is unclear. This is not a small shift. For someone who has built their entire life on solid ground, choosing to step into the unknown is an act of extraordinary courage. But courage, Taurus, is not the absence of fear. It is the decision that something else matters more. And what matters more to you now, what matters more than comfort and certainty and the familiar weight of routine, is the chance to become who you were always meant to be. Shift 2. The second movement is a deepening of your relationship with solitude. Not loneliness, solitude. There is a vast and important difference between the two, and you are learning it now in ways that surprise you. Loneliness is the ache of disconnection. Solitude is the nourishment of coming home to yourself. And you, Taurus, are coming home. You are finding peace in quiet mornings and unhurried afternoons. You are discovering that the silence you once feared is actually full of wisdom, full of the gentle voice of your own intuition that has been trying to reach you for years beneath the noise of obligation and expectation. In that silence, you are hearing things you have never heard before. Truths about yourself that are both humbling and liberating. You are realizing that you do not need to fill every moment with activity to prove your worth. That sitting still is not the same as doing nothing. That the most important work of your life may not be something anyone else can see, but something that happens in the quiet cathedral of your own heart, where you are finally learning to listen to the one voice that has never led you astray. Your own. Shift 3. The third movement involves a fundamental change in how you define success. For decades, success may have meant financial security, a stable home, a family that was provided for, a reputation that was beyond reproach. And those things are not unimportant. But something in you is expanding beyond those definitions now, reaching toward a kind of success that cannot be measured in dollars or titles or the approval of others. This new success looks like waking up with a sense of purpose. It looks like going to bed with a clear conscience and a peaceful heart. It looks like spending your time on things that matter to you, not just things that matter to the world. It looks like laughter. It looks like connection. It looks like the simple, profound satisfaction of knowing that you are living your life, not someone else's version of it. This redefinition may confuse the people around you. They may wonder why you are less interested in accumulation and more interested in experience. Why you are less concerned with appearance and more invested in authenticity. Let them wonder. You are not required to explain your evolution to anyone. You are only required to live it. Shift 4. The fourth movement has to do with forgiveness, and it may be the most difficult of all. Not forgiveness of others, although that may come too, but forgiveness of yourself. Taurus carries self-judgment the way an oak tree carries its rings. Deep inside, hidden from view, growing thicker with each passing year. You judge yourself for the mistakes you have made, the opportunities you missed, the words you said or failed to say, the moments when you were less than the person you wanted to be. But here is what you need to understand, what the stars are trying to show you in this season of your life. You did the best you could with what you had at the time. Every single time. Even when your best was not good enough by someone else's standards. Even when your best left you feeling ashamed or inadequate. You showed up. You tried. And that, Taurus, is more than enough. Forgiving yourself is not about pretending your mistakes did not happen. It is about refusing to let them define you. It is about looking at the full picture of your life, the light and the shadow, the triumphs and the stumbles, and saying, I accept all of it. I honor all of it. And I will not carry the weight of it one step further. If what you're hearing feels accurate, imagine what could happen if you applied this energy intentionally for 21 consecutive days. That's exactly what the 21-day program in the pinned comment is built for. Daily guidance, focused direction, and real momentum. If you're tired of staying in the same cycle, this is your structure. Shift 5. The fifth inner movement is a reclaiming of your creative spirit. Somewhere along the way, you may have convinced yourself that creativity was a luxury you could not afford. That practical matters took priority. That making things beautiful, strange, wonderful things was for other people. People with more time. People with more talent. People with fewer responsibilities. But creativity is not a luxury, Taurus. It is a lifeline. It is the way your soul communicates with the world. The way you process joy and grief and wonder and rage. And your soul has been whispering to you lately, hasn't it? Asking you to pick up the brush, the pen, the instrument, the garden trowel. Asking you to make something with your hands that has no purpose other than to bring you alive. Listen to that whisper. Follow it wherever it leads. You do not need to be great. You do not need to be talented. You just need to begin. The act of creation is its own reward, and the energy it unlocks within you will spill over into every other area of your life, bringing color to places that have been gray for far too long. Shift 6. The sixth movement is about boundaries, a word that Taurus has always struggled with. Not because you do not understand boundaries, but because you love so deeply that setting them feels like betrayal. How can you say no to someone you love? How can you draw a line when every instinct in your body says to give more, do more, be more? But you are learning slowly and painfully and beautifully that boundaries are not walls. They are bridges. They are the structures that allow love to flow in both directions without anyone drowning. When you set a boundary, you are not pushing someone away. You are creating the space for a healthier, more honest connection. You are saying, I value this relationship enough to protect it from my own resentment. This shift is changing your relationships in ways you could not have predicted. Some people are drawing closer, grateful for the clarity and the honesty. Others are pulling away, uncomfortable with a Taurus who has opinions and limits and the courage to express them. Both responses are valid. Both are necessary. And both are leading you toward the kind of relational landscape that can sustain you for the rest of your life. Shift 7. The seventh movement is a growing awareness of your own mortality, not as something to fear, but as something to honor. You are at an age where time is no longer an abstract concept. You can feel it in your bones, in the way the seasons pass more quickly each year, in the faces of people you love who are aging alongside you. And instead of filling you with dread, this awareness is filling you with urgency. Not the frantic kind of urgency that makes you rush and panic, but the sacred kind that makes you pay attention. You are paying attention to the sunset in a way you never did when you were young. You are savoring the taste of your morning coffee as if it were the first time. You are holding the hands of the people you love a little longer, looking into their eyes a little deeper, telling them what they mean to you instead of assuming they already know. This awareness of life's brevity is not making you smaller. It is making you more present, more grateful, more fully and completely alive than you have ever been. If what you're hearing feels accurate, imagine what could happen if you applied this energy intentionally for 21 consecutive days. That's exactly what the 21-day program in the pinned comment is built for. Daily guidance, focused direction, and real momentum. If you're tired of staying in the same cycle, this is your structure. Some people watch. Others transform. If you want to be in the second group, the 21-day guide in the pinned comment gives you a clear step-by-step process aligned with your sign. This isn't about waiting. It's about moving. Shift 8. The eighth inner movement involves your relationship with the natural world. Taurus is an earth sign, and your connection to nature runs deeper than most people can comprehend. You feel things in the changing of the seasons, in the turning of the soil, in the rhythm of rain and sun and wind, that others simply do not notice. And lately, that connection has been growing stronger. You are being called back to the earth in a very literal sense. To spend more time outdoors. To feel grass beneath your feet. To watch things grow. Whether it is a garden, a single plant on your windowsill, or simply the trees along your street, you are being reminded that you are part of something vast and ancient and endlessly beautiful. And in that reminder, you are finding a peace that no amount of human activity can provide. This reconnection with nature is not escapism. It is grounding. It is your body and your soul returning to their natural state, the state that existed before schedules and screens, and the constant hum of modern life pulled you away from the rhythms that sustain you. The earth is not just where you live, Taurus. It is who you are. And coming home to it is coming home to yourself. Shift 9. The ninth movement is a release of the need to be understood. For so long you have wanted the people in your life to see you, truly see you, for who you are beneath the surface. You have wanted them to understand your depth, your complexity, the vast inner landscape that you so rarely reveal. And when they could not, when they saw only the surface, only the steady, reliable exterior, it hurt in ways you never spoke about. But you are beginning to realize that being understood is not a requirement for being at peace. That you can hold your own truth without needing anyone else to validate it. That the most important person who needs to understand you is you. And you are getting there, Taurus. Slowly, patiently, with the same quiet determination that has defined every meaningful accomplishment in your life. You are getting there. This does not mean you stop sharing yourself with others. It means you stop making their comprehension a condition of your wholeness. You are whole already. You have always been whole. And the moment you truly believe that, the need to be understood will dissolve like morning mist, leaving behind only clarity and calm. Shift 10. The 10th movement is a softening of your grip on control. Taurus likes to be in charge of things, of outcomes, of environments, of the way each day unfolds. And there is wisdom in that desire for order. But there is also a hidden cost, because the tighter you grip, the more exhausted you become, and the more you miss the beautiful, unexpected gifts that life tries to slip into your hands when they are open. You are learning to loosen your hold, to let some things unfold without your intervention, to trust that the universe has a plan for you that is bigger and more generous than anything you could orchestrate on your own. This does not come naturally to you, and that is exactly why it is so powerful. Every time you release your grip, even slightly, you are exercising a kind of spiritual muscle that grows stronger with use. The things that are meant for you will not pass you by because you stop trying to control them. They will arrive more easily, more gracefully, more fully, because your hands are finally open to receive them. Shift 11. The 11th movement is an awakening of gratitude that goes beyond the surface. Not the kind of gratitude that shows up on greeting cards or in polite conversation, but the kind that rises from the deepest part of you like a spring from the earth. Gratitude for the breath in your lungs. Gratitude for the years you have lived and the years that remain. Gratitude for the scars that taught you and the joys that sustained you. This gratitude is not dependent on circumstances. It is not about being grateful because things are going well. It is about being grateful because you are alive, because you are awake, because you are here in this body on this earth with the chance to love and be loved for however many days remain. That is enough, Taurus. It has always been enough. When this kind of gratitude takes root in your heart, it changes everything. Your fears lose their power. Your worries shrink to their proper size. The things that used to consume you with anxiety become manageable, even trivial, in the light of the vast, shimmering miracle of your own existence. Shift 12. The 12th and final movement is the simplest and the most profound of all. It is the quiet, unshakable knowing that you are exactly where you need to be. Not ahead of schedule, not behind, not in the wrong place or the wrong time or the wrong life. Exactly where you need to be, experiencing exactly what you need to experience, becoming exactly who you need to become. This knowing is not intellectual. It is not something you can argue yourself into or read about in a book. It is something you feel in the marrow of your bones, in the steady beat of your heart, in the part of you that existed before you had a name and will continue long after the name is forgotten. It is the knowing of the earth itself, patient and certain and deeply, profoundly at peace. When all 12 of these movements complete their work within you, Taurus, you will not be the same person you were when they began. You will be more open, more honest, more courageous, more alive. And the path that stretches before you, the path you are redefining with every breath you take, will be wider and brighter and more beautiful than anything you have ever walked before. Trust the process. Trust yourself. Trust the ancient, earthbound wisdom that has guided your sign through every season since the beginning of time. You are not lost, Taurus. You are finding your way home. And home, you are discovering, is not a place at all. It is a state of being. It is the feeling of finally, completely, unapologetically being yourself. You have two options after this video: close it and hope things shift, or decide that the next 21 days will be different. If you choose the second, the structured 21-day transformation aligned with your sign is waiting in the pinned comment. The energy is already moving, the only question is whether you are.